Okay, so in this video we're just going to give a really basic introduction to how to play a Texas Hold'em hand online. So for this example I'm just going to use some software that allows me to replay hands that I've played in the past. It's called Holdem Manager, and we'll talk about that in more detail in another video. Okay, so in this hand we're looking at here, there's 5 players at the table. So in the box here, underneath their cards you can see their name, and under that you can see how much money they have in their stack for the hand. So this guy has $21, this guy's 15, this guy's almost 18, this guy has 13, but it doesn't look like he's been dealt into the hand because he's got no cards. And then I have $42 in this case, and I've been dealt ace queen suited of diamonds, so they're just in blue here to indicate that it's diamonds using the 4-color deck. Okay, so what happens then is let me just restart. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to go back because the blinds weren't posted. Okay, but we have them posted now. So myself and the guy to my left on the table here are forced to put in bets. Now, if you played any Texas Hold'em at all, you'll know that these are called the blinds. So I have to post a small blind, which in this game is 10 cents, and the guy to my left here has to post the big blind, which is 20 cents. So it's the two people to the left of the dealer that are forced to put in the blind bets, and they're decided before the game starts. Okay, so the hand proceeds then. The dealer, then the small blind, then the big blind. So first to act in the hand is the guy after the big blind, which is this Steph guy here. Okay, so he decides to fold, so his cards disappear and folds, comes up where his name was. Then the next guy along decides to call, so the 20 cents that he's put out on the table shows here in a little stack of 5 cents. And then because I've got a good hand, I decide to raise to $1 in the small blind here. So I just want to get some value for my good hand, so I raise up and hope that somebody calls me with a worse hand. So the big blind folds, and then this guy who originally limped into the pot for 20 cents decides to call. So the flop then comes down, ace of spades, 10 of spades, queen of hearts. So that's a pretty good flop for me. I've flopped 2 pair, and I'm only really afraid of a hand like king jack in this case. So if he's got king jack, then he's got a straight 10 to ace, so I'm in trouble. But I'm pretty happy at this stage about the 2 pair that I have. So after the flop, for all streets after the flop, the small blind acts first. And if you remember, before the hand started, I was the small blind. So in this hand, I have to act first. So again, I think I've got by far the best hand, and I think he might have a weaker hand that he can call with. So I decided to bet out a little bit over 3/4 the size of the pot. So I bet $1.70 into $2.20 here and hope that he's going to call with worse. Then, rather surprisingly, he goes all in for his full $17 stack here, which, yeah, definitely surprised me at the time. But at these lower stakes tables, you can get a lot of bad players and a lot of players doing some kind of weird stuff. And he could easily do this with a flush draw, he could easily do this with ace 10, he could easily do this with queen 10, and he could easily do this even with just a bare like ace 5 or something like that, and be really overvaluing his cards. So even though there's a possibility here that he has king jack, there's also a possibility that he's got loads of other hands that don't beat me. So in this case I decide to call the all in. So as you know, again, if you've played any Texas Hold'em, there are 2 more community cards to come, and we used our best 5 of 7 cards to make our final hand. So the turn comes a jack, and that's a really bad card for me because now any king beats me. So if he's got a king in his hand at all, he's got that straight from 10 to ace here, and I'm beaten. The only way I would beat him then is if I hit another ace or another queen. Then I'd have a full house, which would be better than his straight. So on the river then, it comes to 3 of hearts, which is no good to me. It doesn't improve my hand at all. So again, any king has me doomed here. So okay, all the money's in the middle, all the community cards have been dealt. So now it's time for both of us to turn up our hands and for one of us to claim the pot. So he turns over queen 5 of spades. So he had a pair, of queens along with a flush draw. So there were 9 other spades left in the deck. There's 13 of each type of 13 of each suit in the deck. So there was 2 here and 2 in his hand. So he had 9 more spades he could have hit, which would have also given him the win over me. Well, the queen of spades wouldn't have been any good to him. Because that would have given me a full house, but he wasn't to know that. Oh, sorry, he has the queen of spades. My mistake. Yeah, so he had 9 cards. 9 cards he could have hit to make a flush and beat me there. So with his flush draw and his medium pair, he just decided to go all in, and he would have been happy if I folded, and he would have taken down what was in the pot. And if not, then he's got a pretty good chance to win the hand against me by hitting a spade. So that's basically how the hand, a Texas Hold'em hand, proceeds online. It may, like if you're used to playing live poker, it may take you a while to get used to this sort of virtual world where the stack sizes are written down, the player names are written down. But yeah, that's the basics. So if you take a look around at all of our other videos, this is sort of our most basic introduction to how a Hold'em hand works. Elsewhere on Poker WizKid, we've got videos going right up to the most complicated topics in poker. So hopefully you can work your way through them and apply them to your game and improve your game, I guess. So that's it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you'll watch some of the other ones, and good luck at the tables.